It's about to heat up this Sunday. I mean, Saints Chargers preseason. It is gonna be hot, man.
Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait to see the meltdown of whatever happens. So, where are you at right now with the Saints and the quarterback situation? We talked about it right before you kind of hopped on. I know Tyler Shuck had a couple of 3-4 day practices in a row where he maybe gained some ground, but I'm still in the full belief that it's going to be Spencer Rattler. The practice I went to, I thought he was by far the most efficient, kind of the one with the most juice. Where are you at right now, Dev?
You know, dude, I don't have like a lot of sources and nothing like that, but the few sources that I do have that watch the Saints every day at training camp, you know, one of them said, man, this might be the worst team in the NFL this season. And then look, and this is all before ball is played,
right?
Before regular season. But I mean, it's kind of like the same routine. It's almost like the Truman Show, right? We're hearing the same names. Like, man, let me just tell you, if there was a Hall of Fame for training camp players, Mason Tipton would be in it
every time. Every time.
Dude, this they only tell us about this guy.
I know.
I mean, he is just all over the news all the time. It's like do or die for Mason Tipton this year. I'd love to see him succeed. I mean, don't ask me what I think the chances are, but I'd love to see him succeed, you know. Other than that, you know, I think it's going to be Rattler, dude. I really do. I think before training camp started, everybody wanted to crown Shuck because he ate some oysters, you know, and now we're seeing that it's probably going to be Spencer Rattler starting, at least the first few games, you know.
Yeah, and I know that you took him 40th overall, and he's got some the whole thing's guaranteed, and it's like $11 million. But man, the Saints got to play the guy that goes and wins the job. Like in the scheme of things, like I know 11 million is 11 million, but it's also over multiple years. So we're talking 4 years, 11 million, and that's what a prime backup quarterback would get. And so you can't. My whole deal is like you can't allow that to make the decision for you, right? And just because you draft a guy 40th overall, I mean, the time Flynn got drafted, he was a 7th-round pick. They drafted Brian Braum in the 2nd round.
Oh, Louisville, huh?
Yeah, and Flynn beat him out in training camp, even as a 2nd-round pick. He wasn't on the team the next year. I'm not saying it's going to be Tyler Shuck's future, but I always credit the Packers for allowing the best player to win the backup job and not just where you were drafted. So, like the Saints, and it does feel like talking with Kellen Moore last week, that's kind of where they're at. Like they don't really care how they got there. They're just going to pick the best guy. And I do think right now that Spencer gives you the best opportunity to start the season.
Yeah, and I think that'd be a great sign of the future to come because you got to get the feelings out of it. You got to take the feelings out of it. You know, it's like right now they got the 3-quarterback race right now. Like, is this a 3-quarterback race? You know, why are we even saying that? I think it just comes down to Shuck or Rattler, and it's looking like Rattler is going to be the guy come game one. And honestly, just because of that year of experience, even though, he played with nothing and, he didn't look like, life-changing last year. But he still has that year of experience, and I think that's really what's winning. I think Spencer was locked in the whole offseason, too. That's another thing. I think he's probably going to bed at 9 o'clock every night, really locked in to, like, what he had to do to become the next Saints quarterback.
Any other kind of position battles or storylines that you're following with the Saints? Because the thing that I talked about last week coming back from practice was Look, the first 22, you got some dudes in there. You got some guys that you can be excited about watching. But the problem is, Devin, if somebody gets hurt, we always talk about it. Here comes Uber driver number 1, number 2, number 3. Like the depth on this team is a real issue. But, I mean, there's still some players out there with the initial starting unit that you can get behind.
Yeah, I think like the most exciting dude right now, it's got to be Stutsman, man. I keep talking about this guy, and so does everybody else. Like, it's got to be Stutsman. He just looks like he's ready, like this season, ready to make a difference. And even the kid that they drafted out of Louisville, the Quincy Riley kid, that's another guy that look. Because when you look at the Saints corners, like, Kool-Aid's had a great camp, right? Obviously Alontae Taylor, but when it gets to that third corner, it's like, oh man, what's gonna happen here? Like, you really gonna start, what's his name? How you say it again? Yidam?
That tells you everything you need to know, Dev.
Right. So you want Quincy Riley to be about it, man. And he looks like he is, man. Looks like he's one of those guys who can get turnovers, which you love to see it, you know. As receiver goes, man, it's just so tough, dude. Because like, all right, Cedric Wilson. That's another guy they love talking about in training camp. Cedric Wilson, great guy, great teammate, blah, 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 blah. Can't find him with a search warrant during the regular season.
Yeah.
You know, just doesn't really catch balls, make plays. So, yeah, like if Olave or Shaheed gets hurt and you left with, I mean, this sounds horrible, man. You left with Cooks, Cedric Wilson, and Tipton and Bub Means, you know, that I just don't see how you're going to win games with that, especially with young quarterbacks.
All right, Deb, let's stop talking about some depressing stuff and actually, you know, figure out where you're going to head today. Do we have any plans? Do we have a general area of where we're going to go?
Man, no, I don't. I got to be honest with you, dude. You know, I just don't. But I know as soon as I get off the phone, I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to make it worth everybody's while, man. We're going to find a good spot today for sure.
We're going to start driving in a direction until we like maybe find an idea? Are we going to get a plan like before we get in the car? Like what's the process today?
That's how I went to the zoo one day, which was, in my opinion, one of my favorite episodes. I was about to go to
the aquarium might be my favorite, by the way.
Yeah. I was about to go to the West Bank, and then I was looking on the internet, like, you know, as I'm driving, I'm kind of like looking what's around, and because I didn't really want to go to the West Bank. I really didn't that day. But before I get on the bridge, I'm like, oh, wait, the zoo, dude. Like, I know that the zoo has to have something over there, you know, that I can do. And, man, what an episode that was. It was truly so much fun, man. The Roman Candyman was closed down that day. I remember being pissed about that. But, yeah, we'll definitely figure it out.
All right, there he is, our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, and we are going to make sure that we find a way to get some grub in Clemson, South Carolina. Looking forward to that. Dev, we'll catch up again with you next Monday, my man.
All right, y'all take care. Appreciate it.